Welcome to episode 29 of the Tough Draw Talks podcast. I'm your host, Brad Hughes. Appreciate you being along for the ride. Today, we are coming to you from the NRG Center at Rodeo, Houston, and we are lucky to be in the Lane Frost brand booth for today's episode of the podcast. We can't say enough how much we appreciate Stetson and the Lane Frost brand and what all they've done for us this year in 2023 as our presenting sponsor. Today, we are featuring one of their athletes, but we're throwing a bit of a curveball today. This guy says he doesn't rodeo, but he rides steel horses. We're lucky to be sitting down with the dirt bike racer, Lane Shaw. Lane, man, how are you doing today?
Hey, it's a beautiful day. I'm so excited to be sitting here talking to you, to be on this Tough Draws podcast right now. It's really surreal. It's really cool.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that, man. We're excited to have you. So I don't know how many of the podcasts you've gotten to listen to, but we like to just start off with some icebreaker questions just to kind of dive in and get started. So, Lane, what's your favorite movie?
8 Seconds, a little too cliche. No, man, I'm like Blue Crush, 8 Seconds, Invincible. Big tearjerker guy over here, so yeah, I like some of that. Top Gun's pretty good right now too.
Heck yeah. No, that's great, man. You were just explaining to me while we were doing sound check. You were telling me about your lunch. It was quite a mixture.
I don't know. I had a craving. I wanted some eggs over easy, and I wanted some chicken Alfredo. So I just kind of mixed the two.
And then threw in a Red Bull, right?
Doing a Red Bull too, yeah, because it was like 11 o'clock, so my breakfast was a little late. So I was like, Red Bull's kind of brunch, so let's go ahead and do it.
There you go. What's your favorite food, though? Like, if you can pick anything.
Man, I'm a big fan of, like, pasta.
Yeah.
I love marinara sauce. Chicken Alfredo's good too, but I love me some like spaghetti. I guess being a racer, kind of carb up a little bit. Italian food's really good.
Isn't that normally people that like walk or run, like physically?
I do a lot of cardio. Bike, right? I do a lot of cardio for the racing.
Okay.
So but right now crawfish is in season, so I'm a big craw daddy guy. Probably gonna get some tonight before we get on the road to go to Indy.
There you go.
You just can't beat it, and being home, being in the South, it's the best.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. If you were not a dirt bike racer, and we'll kind of get more into the details of what you do, but what would you be doing if you weren't a dirt bike racer?
Man, that's a darn good question. I think about that. I think about it a lot just to kind of keep it on the real. I'd be doing something. I wanted to a little backstory. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I broke my elbow at 14.
Dang.
I couldn't throw, and I started riding
elbow.
My throwing elbow.
Yeah.
Couldn't play no more. I started riding a dirt bike. And this is what I do professionally now. So I've always wanted to be an athlete. I love wake surfing, being on behind the boat. Yeah. Not wakeboarding. Not a big wakeboarder guy, but a wake surfing.
Yeah.
I'd love to pursue that, maybe even after this. So there's all kinds of stuff. Right now I'll maybe even be in the broadcasting after the racing. I love being in front of the camera, being on the podcast. Just something about when I say, hey, live, ready to go. It's like, oh, okay.
Here we go.
It's a little bit different. Lights are on. Your eyes are like, oh, looking around.
We hit that record button and it's on, right?
It's a little different.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah. It just hits different. So this one's always an interesting question, and I love asking it because it really kind of launches us into the podcast. But what's the best compliment you've ever received?
Oh, man, that's a good one. Okay, so I started training kids this past summer. Kind of more, not a full-time thing, but during the summer, I started training kids a little bit more them first and then me.
Yeah.
And I helped some kids get to the biggest amateur national in the world. I had 7 of them make it. And I had a couple parents come up to me and hug my neck and tell me that they were so proud they found me because it helped their kid chase their dream. And they cool. Started crying, and I was there for the kids at Loretta's. It was just telling somebody that I was a part of their kids being successful and putting them, getting them to see that, get something I grew up doing. Mm-hmm. Probably was the best compliment. I get some stuff like now, people are so excited at my riding, or you're a good kid. I try to, my parents, they taught me right. My grandparents, but I'd have to say that, being able to help a kid chase their dreams and get to that next level, what they want to do, is probably the best one for me.
Absolutely. See, so just like I said, just that type of question, it kind of kicks things off and starts things off. So we're sitting here in the Lane Frost brand booth, and like I introed, you're a Lane Frost athlete.
Yep.
And you talked about 8 seconds. What does that mean to you being somebody that understands kind of like having that compliment, pouring into kids like you did, like you've started to do and stuff like that. What does that mean to you?
It means, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good,
it makes me want to talk. It makes me want to get it out.
Well, get after it. Yeah.
It just makes me feel complete. I feel like there's a purpose, and I found that purpose, and it's to help people chase their dreams. But it's awesome because I'm chasing my dreams, and I feel like that's what, to be a good person, great things happen.
Yeah.
And I think Lane was a great person. I wish I could have met him. Wish I could go back and meet him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just seemed like he was bigger than the sport, and that's what I want to do. That's why I'm here, I think it's amazing to be a dirt bike rider and to be on a Tough Draws podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like
talking about Western culture.
Dude, I love it. I come from a rodeo family. I'm probably the only one that didn't rodeo. My grandpa, if he was listening right now, he would probably be saying I still need to throw a rope. I wanted to be a bull rider until Ty Murray retired. So when he retired, I retired. But I was on sheeps at that time. So
hung it up at that point.
Yeah, I hung it up super early. But, oh, man, it means the world. It means so much to be in this booth and to be friends with Stetson and to be talking to you guys right now. It's, I see myself bigger than the sport and bigger than life. So that's
Absolutely.
what I want to pursue and have people chase after that.
Absolutely. How did all this happen? Like, how did you get hooked up with the Lane Frost brand? How did you become a Lane Frost athlete?
So, I come from a rodeo family. I used to watch 8 Seconds when I was little over and over and over again. And then, you grow up a little bit. I got busy. I went some years without seeing it. And I started racing professionally, young kid, 21. And my grandparents, they got me, I had a couple cowboy hats. I didn't, I'm not going to say I wear boots all the time, and I'm not going to say, I wear my cowboy hat all the time. I come from the family, and I'm not going to say I'm not. But they got me a nice felt cowboy hat my rookie year racing.
Yeah.
And I was like, heck yeah, they got me the feather. I felt like Lane again. It was something that I didn't know I needed, but it sparked something in me.
That's cool, man.
So when I started doing it, I was like, man, I think this is cool. And then I saw that they had a Lane Frost brand, like on Instagram or something. I don't remember how it came up. So I took a photo of my cowboy hat, and I loved it. So got some photos, and I tagged Lane Frost brand in a couple things, and then Stetson reached out to me.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's been a great person to have in my corner.
Absolutely.
I'm so thankful to be an athlete of this brand and to see it grow. Every year, it's crazy to see the progress and how everyone remembers Lane.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. The dude was bigger than life, and he was a time before they had social media and they had all these things, and he's still who he is today.
Yeah.
So that's just legendary, So I love to be a part of that.
Absolutely. No, that's great, man. And so you alluded to your family being in rodeo. Talk a little bit about that, and then was it all just your family roping, or how did that all play out?
Yeah, my grandpa, Harvey Kirsch, great roper. He came to Houston and roped. He went to the Old Timers finals, I think, 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So it's in our blood. My uncle roped and did stuff. Mom ran barrels. I'm the only grandson on our side of the family.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be Ty Murray. That's who I wanted to be. I wanted to ride the side of the couch and fall off of it. I did all kinds of stuff. I was a cowboy. I wore boots until I was in third grade. I played baseball in boots.
Oh yeah.
And then I started playing base. I kind of went a little away from it, but cowboy lifestyle runs so deep, and you never get away from that. You can try to, but it never leaves you.
Yeah.
So, that's how I am. I'm not gonna say that I'm some cowboy and I have boots on today. I have Jordans on, but but I feel like I'm I ride a still horse, or I ride a still cowboy. I'm still bull. It's crazy what I do, and I love to be a part of this brand and to be right here talking to you.
No, that's great, man. So just a little side note here, but you're talking about Ty Murray. What do you think about Stetson Wright? What he's doing for the sport right now?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and I love to see that, because you see he's a cowboy.
Yeah.
He's not just a bull rider. He's not just, was it saddle bronc, bareback, whatever he's doing. I know.
Saddle bronc.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watch, but I classify him. That's a cowboy. That's someone that wants to get up and go after it, and I feel like that's what Lane was. Lane.
Absolutely.
Lane pioneered this. So and then like seeing Ty do it, like it's crazy. It's so cool to be able to see them get on 2 different or 3 different animals in one night. Like
Absolutely.
it's nuts. These guys are crazy, and they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I ain't a 1-ton bull.
Yeah.
But I do want to strap my hand in one here pretty soon and really see what it's like. This summer, I hope I can do it.
Heck yeah, man. You'll have to let us know. We need to be out there filming that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I wanna get it. I wanna do it. It's something I don't know why I've never done it. Being like how I wanted to be Ty Murray. I had my own sheep, like, you know, when I was younger, I used to ride them everywhere. I never got, I mean, maybe I got on a couple bull, like little ones in pasture, but
yeah, I've
never got on one. I want to strap in and really see what it's like. You know, I can't say I'm an athlete until I do that, you know. You know, I want to put my money where my mouth is, so I'm going to do it.
Heck yeah. No, that's awesome, dude. So, still, you know, ride still horse, right? You and I talked before going into this podcast, and we talked a little bit. You told me that there's a lot more about dirt biking that you do than you'd think about the crossover with bull riding.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about that, because it's funny, because my business partner, he actually used to ride dirt bikes and stuff, and I called and told him, and kind of, again, because my knowledge of dirt biking is bare minimum, but at the same time, like, you know, he and I were just kind of going back and forth, and he was telling me some of these things, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that, because I used to play MX whatever on PlayStation.
Yeah,
you know?
MX Unleashed. Yeah, so, like I'm in the next like Supercross video game. I'm in the last 3 or 4 of them.
Heck yeah.
So that's cool for me.
I'll have to just invest in the video game.
Yeah, yeah. You can play
cool,
as me
man.
as a character.
Yeah.
It has so many similarities because, like, what I was talking to the Casey last night, one of our athletes over here at Lane Frost.
Yeah.
Like there's no other feeling. Like for me, when I'm on the line, there's in Supercross, there's 22 of us. And they have a card girl. She'll hold the 30-second board up, so that's when we start our bikes. We have 30 seconds until that. When the board goes sideways, we have 3 to 5 seconds until that gate's dropping.
Yep.
So the only thing that I can feel like is like when a bull rider gets in, he nods.
Yep.
It's about to happen. It's about to go. And when she puts the gate sideways or puts the board sideways, and you're clicked into gear. And it's loud. Like everyone's wide open. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
I don't hear my bike. I don't hear nothing. All I can see is I'm waiting on that gate to flinch. I feel like my eyes are about to pop out of my darn head. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So when that gate drops and you like take off, like all of us are going for one corner at once. It'd be like 22 cowboys trying to, I don't even know.
Yeah.
All get on one bull and ride it for the $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're all like cutthroat.
Yeah.
So it's so similar in that like aspect of it. Like when I had to commit, so like, you know, when you nod, you're on. There's no getting off at this point.
Yeah.
So like when I hit these whoops, like the little bumps that we go over, they're not little. People can think they're little, but like for being on the pro circuit, they're probably waist high, you know.
Jeez.
And I'm, you know, they're 13 feet apart. So when you go across them, your bike's not even touching the next one. It looks like it's close, but you're not. So the only way to get on top of those darn things is to come out of the corner and give it gas. So it'd be like running straight towards a bull. Like, no, I ain't doing that. I don't want to run towards it. I want to run away from it. But you got to run towards it and get on top of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're fighting it, you're going to jump over it. So you got to commit and get on top of these whoops.
Yeah.
And once you get on top, that's when the ride starts. You can be totally fine, hit an edge, go sideways, go the other way, be along for the ride. It can be the longest 2 to 8 seconds of your life. And sometimes it comes out and sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the closest thing, and that's every lap for me.
That's cool.
So I mean, for them doing it 8 seconds, so I feel like if that 8 seconds has to be like 1 minute of me riding, and 1 minute's pretty much a lap time in the indoor stuff.
Yeah.
So you're on your edge, kind of this way, you're kind of that way. You're just hanging on for dear life, and that's what I feel like bull rider is. So
that's crazy. Yeah.
to sit down with them and to see like how they tie their hand in, just how they tie the details of how they tie their hand in the rope, because you can only get off one way.
Yeah.
Me, I can get thrown off a couple different ways, but I'm gonna hang on to the darn thing
side
until
to side,
right? Come, you're gone. What the heck happened? You're like, what? Why am I over here? Why is the bike this way? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that could be them too. Like I nod in my head and somehow I'm over here and the bull's chasing me. I don't know what the hell happened.
Or I'm hung up and I can't let go.
Why does this thing keep chasing me?
That's great, man. Yeah, no, and one of the things James was talking to me about, so you grew up in a rodeo family.
Yep.
Did you grow up riding horses or anything at all? Okay.
I did.
So James talked a little bit about like And I don't know, have you ever watched Bull Talk? Lane Frost's
Yep.
instructional deal?
Yep, a little bit.
Okay, so you know how in Bull Talk he teaches from horseback, bareback, right? Like in the chute, he's sitting on a bull, but
Yep.
then when he's in the arena and he's showing you, he's sitting bareback, right?
Yep.
So James talked a lot about when you ride dirt bikes and when you're riding bareback, balance. Like the feel and the balance, how does that play in the dirt and as you're riding and stuff?
And it's really crazy because it's so similar. So, like, we grip with our legs so much.
Yeah.
Like, if you grip too much with your arms, they get pumped up with blood, and you can't, this thing called arm pump. And your arms will pump up so tight that you can't even control your controls. And it would be like probably riding bareback or riding a bull. Like, you don't have no control. You're just kind of on.
Dang, yeah.
So, like that, the balance of, like, what we do, we stand a lot. My head is over the front of the handlebars. Like them, like, you can't let the bull get you back.
Yeah.
So when I teach my kids, I'm like, hey, the back half of this dirt bike, when you're sitting in the back half and you give a gas, where are you going?
You're going back.
You're going back.
Yep.
You're in the front of this bike and you're fighting. I literally call it fighting forward.
Yeah.
So you're sitting and you're driving forward. You can control that dirt bike. You let it slide back. It's just like a bull.
Yeah.
They get you back. Bam! It's slamming you up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say when I'm teaching my kids. Is like, hey, you got to be on the front of this thing and you got to manhandle it.
Yeah.
'Cause if you don't, that thing's gonna ride you.
That's crazy. So
And
that actually sounds a lot like a lot of these bull riders, how they describe riding and stuff. And then even watching Bull Talk and going through it, you see how Lane even talks about why he's sitting on the horse. He's like, back here, this is like no man's land because this ain't your territory, you know. So
Yeah,
that's really cool.
and like what I say is too, like once you get that far back, there's only one place to go. You hear me?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
Like once you get so far back, there's only one place to go. It's either back because you're gonna fall off the back and give it too much gas and it's going away from you, or ejectocito and it's gonna push you forward.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be there. So
No.
like they call it a rider's triangle from the seat peg to the handlebars to like where you're over the front of the bike. It's like
Yep.
a triangle.
Yep.
And I feel like that would be pretty similar to being, on the
back
bull
wall.
rope, kind of over the front, feet are locked in, and you're kind of up because you're going with it. So it's really similar in a way. I feel like. I mean, it don't
Just-
look the same, but it's the same.
Just hearing you break it down, whenever you do get on one, I want to be there. I want to be there with a camera.
Oh
So,
man, I'm
sure.
so excited, but like it's so funny because I know I'm gonna look so out of place, but I love that because I think in life you have to get out of your comfort zone. So for me, I'm all about it. So like there's like all kinds of races that I'm trying to do this year, like long GNC. You race in the woods. I don't want to race in the woods, but I want to do it just because it's a 3-hour long race. I want to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
I want to go see how fast those people are. And
Yeah.
then getting on a bull is just like that next thing. It's like, okay, this is totally out of my element. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna strap on this thing. I'm gonna do it,
Heck
or at
yeah.
least try. I don't know how I'm gonna. I hope they give me a steer that kind of just runs around, but at least let me look cool.
No, let's get
put
you
the bull
something
road-
that at least jumps and kicks and spins a little bit.
Let me get a couple. Let me get a couple ones that aren't like that yet.
No, that's awesome, dude. When I hear you break it down and kind of explain the mentality, like, okay, so you're an athlete. Like, when you think about the mental side of what you do and just what any athlete goes through, can you talk a little bit about that and how it plays to your dirt bike racing and how it could cross, like when you were playing baseball, for example?
Like for me, this year I've actually invested into a mental coach. Her and her husband, her name's Denise Hatch and Steve Hatch. Amazing people. I didn't know like the power of the mind was so strong until this year. I was just in my own way so much. You stress about it. If you don't ride good, then everything in life sucks, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go out or I don't want to go to dinner because I didn't do good. And you start downing yourself. You got to get out of your way.
Yeah.
So like for me, being happy, being in a good, happy place has helped my riding so much. Doesn't even matter if the riding's any good or not.
Yeah.
But you have to enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that has to go along with the cowboy stuff because, you get in slumps too, like riding. Like they'll go over, they have 20 buck-offs in a row, but then something clicks. And it could be the littlest thing. It's just how it is with racing.
Yeah.
So you could be just getting beat, and you keep showing up. And the next race, something clicks, you get a good start, no one can touch you. And they're like, where's that been? You're like, I don't know. Bull just turned right back into my hand somehow, and I hung on to it. But you're like, I don't know. I got a good start. No one else beat me, you know?
Yeah.
So mentally, it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the mental side of the sport and, like, the nerves of how you handle the day. Like, my day, I start riding at 12, and then the main event's at 10 o'clock at night.
Dang.
So how do you go with that adrenaline up and then let it get back down, and then go up, down, and then there's a 4-hour break. And like, so when the night show starts, like when everyone's like the rodeo, when everyone gets there, the track is fresh. You haven't rode it in 4 hours. Gate drop, go. What the heck? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? How do you handle that?
Yeah.
Heart rate. My heart rate's in the 200s.
Dang.
For 6+ minutes, for 5+ minutes, or 15 to 20 minutes in the main events. You gotta, like, for me, I do a lot of meditation, breathing exercises. I tried to visualize my riding and me on the track, me doing the big lines, me like getting a good start.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd really love to ask a bull rider, like, what are you thinking when you strap in? Because sometimes I'm not thinking. When I'm riding and I'm doing good, I'm not thinking. The only thing I do is when I'm on the line, I think about getting a good start.
Yeah.
After that, I just ride.
Yeah.
So when you're on the bull, you're strapped in. When you slide up and you nod, you're just thinking about the first jump, or you just thinking about, hey, I'm ready to go, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little bit like of the same, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And that would be something cool to pick like Josh's mind with, you know, or
Josh is actually going to be here right after you, so if you're around, pop on the mic and ask him that question.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
But, you know, to my understanding from what these guys have told me is it's one of those deals where, you know, everybody's a little different of what they pick or what they visualize, right? Because some people tell me they do focus on that first jump, but then some people tell me that they want their mind to be completely clear and just go jump for jump and just, you know, feel it, right?
Yep.
So I think it's a difference in mentality, but I've always been fascinated with kind of how the mental side of anybody's game works, whether, you know, you're a dirt biker or you're a team roper or you're a bull rider or you're a bronco rider, you know, like everything's a little bit different. And
I think once you kind of get that, I call it a flow. I call it a flow state. Because there's sometimes when I get on the line at a race and I'm just like, I got this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at the people, like, I try not to, but you know who's there. It'd be like just getting on this bull. Like, you're like, okay, this bull hasn't been ridden, but I'm getting on it and I'm going to ride it.
Yep.
When I get on the line, I'm like, I look down, I'm like, I don't care who's on this line. I'm getting this start. And when I get this start, I'm going.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of, I think once you get that little bit of flow and you kind of get that little bit of swagger, it kind of translates on everything you do.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not riding good and you just let it affect you.
It's confidence.
Yeah, it's the confidence in it, you know, like everything feels off. Your life feels off, your communication with others. Like, sometimes you can be completely on and completely off. But, like, sometimes you can be completely off and it just turn on.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool. You just got to have that confidence in that. I like to call swagger.
Yep.
Like, you got to walk in and kind of know, even if you're not the man, you got to know you're the man. Yeah. You got to tell yourself you're the man. I am. That's what I do. I try to. You know, it's hard, and I'm working at it every day, but I enjoy that process. I enjoy working at that, and I think that's what keeps me coming back.
Absolutely. So you talked a little bit about how you want to try different things this year, whether it be, you know, the race through the woods and stuff like that. Like, talk to me a little bit about your sport. Like, you know, our audience, we pride ourselves on, we talk about bringing people closer to the dirt as fans.
Yep.
And usually we're talking about rodeo. But with this, there's a lot of crossover, Lane Frost brand stuff. But, like, let's talk a little bit about your sport in general. So your sport, like you said, you pull up to the line. There's a bunch of people on the line. You know, you always want to be the first to, like, what is it called? Shoot the gap? Whole shot. Okay. So you want to be the first around that corner, because if not, you're going to be in the mess and it's going to be bad. So talk to us a little bit about, like, is that all you do? I mean, like, you know, I used to watch X Games and I would see the freestyle and stuff like that. Do you do any of that? Or, like, how does all that work in your sport?
Man, there's so many, like, in my sport. So, like, so many different aspects of it. So, like, it'd be like probably like the NFR. So it's all one, but, like, so it's like I race Supercross. What that's is indoor racing. Motocross is outdoor racing. different tracks, different bike setups. FX is like freestyle motocross. They're the ones that are doing tricks. Those guys are nuts. I'm not trying to do any of those. I like racing, but they think I'm nuts because I'm racing.
Stay on the bike.
I can do a couple tricks, but I'm not not the best at them, But I can turn it sideways in the air, and like I'm barely hanging on, they're doing backflips and stuff. I'm like, hey, that's out of my, that's not me. And then you got like GNCC stuff, which is you race for a long period of time in the woods, and those guys are nuts because you're riding wide open through woods.
Yeah.
But it's just something different I want to do. They got trial stuff where you're going over logs and you're going over all this other stuff, and it's like you're on two wheels, but it's so many different things.
Jeez, yeah.
So I could keep going and going and going. And then you got the amateur racing. So the kids that are coming up, I do my training for them so they can come and one day hopefully get a pro license like I have and go farther than me. I want them to go farther than me.
Yeah.
Because that's my whole goal for it. But there's so many different things. Like, it'd be like sometimes bull riders are just bull riders.
Yeah.
They only ride bulls. Some people are like Ty Murray, he can do a couple different things.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be able to be a supercross racer and motocross racer, go and suffer and race those long woods races.
Yeah.
Jump on a bull and be able to like do whatever. I want to just be a natural born athlete and chase after that.
Yeah.
So that's, the mentality of it is just doing the best I can with whatever I'm able to do. So life on two wheels is something I love doing, but I want to be able to do multiple things on two wheels. I want to be able to do things that others are like, man, I didn't think, like, hey, I'm going to do it because I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
And that's me.
No, absolutely. No, and just to reset, we are live on the floor of the NRG Center, so we apologize for the noise. We're in the Lane Frost brand booth, and we're just rocking and rolling. But man, so going back to Western culture, you grew up in a rodeo family. We're here at Rodeo Houston. You've gone to rodeos and different things like that and grown up in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me a little bit about the community and, kind of the elements of Western culture that, for us, for example, with Tough Draw, like part of our mission and the reason why we're creating content and doing all these different things that we're doing is because we feel like, the tradition and heritage and faith, family, and country and all those things that are valued here in rodeo are so important. How does that apply from you growing up, like you grew up in that, and then also, like, how do you see that in the sport of motocross?
It's pretty crazy because in an aspect it's so similar. It's like a brotherhood within the racing. It's hard because it's not like bull riding in like the rodeo side of it because you're riding the animals. You're competing against the people, but it's all about you riding the animals and you get a score for that.
Yep.
We're on the machines, so I'm riding the animal. I'm controlling it, but I'm racing other people. So it's like at the same time, I want to beat you. So I'm going to do whatever I can to beat you. But it's like an unspoken brotherhood kind of thing. Everyone's kind of in to help each other. There's a lot of people. We have like a couple of different organizations like FCA Motocross and things that I'm a part of, and Panic Reb, like chapel stuff like that they do at the races, and everyone comes together and is there for people. And like if someone goes down, which I hate talking about, but there's a community for that too, that everyone like kind of gets a part of. It's an unspoken, it's not unspoken, but it's the same as the cowboy culture,
Absolutely.
Like it's just harder because it would be like putting 20 cowboys in like on a dirt bike and having them like, you're not gonna like want to, like, no matter how if you're best friend, you're gonna want to beat them.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That's tough. I would say tougher than I feel like the cowboy side, because the cowboy side, everyone's kind of pretty much in for it. Everyone wants to help each other, and everyone wants to help each other in dirt bikes too. But at the same time,
you're competing.
Yeah, we're competing against them. So it's like, dang, I want you to do good, but I want you to do better than me.
Yeah.
In that aspect of like, that's how I used to see it. Now I'm like, hey, dude, like, that's cool for you. Like, I'm doing my own thing. Like,
absolutely.
If you beat me this weekend, that's fine. I'm gonna try to beat you next weekend. Like, that's cool, and you just gotta accept that. So, it's pretty much the same. Really, like from being in a cowboy family and then going over to racing, it's a little different just because sometimes people want to help each other and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So you kind of find where the people want to help and they don't want to, and you just kind of make sure you're in the middle.
Absolutely.
And you just try to do better, make things better.
And I think it's interesting because Stetson, with the Lane Frost brand, Stetson's in Western culture and the rodeo community. He's now a part of a NASCAR. He sponsors a NASCAR team. Now, doing the motocross with you. He also sponsors bullfighters. He's got a relationship with Lane Johnson of the Eagles. Cool. So it's like, I feel like that there's that cross. In general, I think the commonality and the values that I see that are more prominent with all these things is faith, family, and country. Yep. Is that something that you feel like resonates throughout motocross as well?
I do. I think it might not be as strong as like how Stetson's do it, but like Stetson pulled me in. So like I want to be like that for the motocross community. I want to be able to kind of bring these outside things in.
Absolutely.
But it's pretty amazing what he does and how spread out he is. And I've learned that from him, and that's why I'm over here. Like,
yep.
I mean, I come from the rodeo family, man, but you don't see any other dirt bike riders over here,
Absolutely.
And I just think of myself as an athlete.
Yeah.
Because, dude, these guys, the Cowboys, man, they're nuts.
Yeah.
And I love it. And that's why I like being around them. Because me, I'm more of a calculated risk guy. There's a risk and a reward on a dirt bike.
Absolutely.
So I love seeing like they're just kind of like, I don't know, go for it mentality.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see if I can bring some of that over here, and then maybe them be a little bit more calculated, so like they can figure out the bull riding a little bit better too. You learn and you grow from each other.
Absolutely.
But it's pretty amazing to see how Stetson could take Lane Frost and his legacy and put it into a NASCAR team, a dirt bike rider, bullfighters, bull riders.
I know. Football
and
players.
A football player. You're like, what? Like, what's going on here? And you're like, man, the movement is amazing, and you just want to be a part of it.
Well, and he's
like a darn magnet.
Well,
he just like pulls you in somehow, and then you're like, wow, like where have I been?
Yeah, and I mean, and it we talked about earlier, it's pretty amazing because it all just goes back to that reach that you talked about how Lane had, because again, people love the Lane Frost brand, and they love what Lane stood for. And, you talked about how he didn't have social media, and it's just to think of how his impact has resonated throughout the entire country and even in the world.
Going and growing,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So man, we actually had quite a few fan questions, so I want to kind of dive in on some of those.
Oh, heck yeah, that's amazing.
So, just real quick to reset, we are at the NRG Center on the exhibition floor in the Lane Frost brand booth. Sitting here with Lane Shaw, a motocross rider. Let's see. Colton asks, what inspired you to become a motocross racer? And I know you talked about how you broke your elbow playing baseball and stuff, but was there something that pushed you to get on the bike?
My dad. So my mom and dad, my grandparents are amazing. I was a kid. I kind of did everything. Football, baseball, basketball, soccer. I tried to do everything. And my dad got me a dirt bike when I was little.
Yeah.
I kind of rode it around in our field, in our pasture, our land. And it was something once you get on two wheels, it's something different. It'd be like riding a bull. Like once it's in your blood, it's in your blood. And I rode around a little bit. I got hurt in baseball. I love baseball. I was a lefty pitcher. I was already kind of getting scouted at 14 to go. Like I wanted to go D1. And, I wanted to be a TCU Horned Frog. And I broke my elbow, and it was so bad that they're like, hey, if you ever want to throw a baseball again, you need to take a break. Like, this is the worst elbow we've ever seen. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that curveball kind of hit you?
Yeah.
So we started riding. I rode a little bit, but then we started riding. I went to a race, and then a buddy of mine, I got my sponsor from Snap-on Tools, and it kind of went to like a little bit more of a race. Went to an out-of-state race, and it just started to blow up.
Yeah.
So it was like, and the doctors were like, hey, if it doesn't hurt, you can ride. I still played high school football and baseball all the way through.
Yeah.
So I went back and played sports. That was my rule. My dad's like, hey, you're not quitting anything to ride these dirt bikes. I'm not having you single out. So I played all the way through, and then when I got done, I was like, hey, I want to do this. He goes, all right, if you're all in, I'm all in. And this is why I'm talking to you about dirt bikes right now. So it's been a dream come true.
Heck yeah.
Thanks, Colton. I appreciate that question.
Yeah. So Sam asks, what do you enjoy the most about racing?
Man, I think it's I would have to say it's something like a bull rider. When you accomplish something that you didn't even think was possible. When I made my first main event, my only goal was to ever make a main event. I want to be the top 22 of that night in the world. And I did it. I lived out that dream my rookie year. And when I got to the other side of that dream, I was like, what now? Like, what do you do now? I was like, I couldn't sit still. They're like, oh, you got to go race. And I'm like, what? Like, I thought I was good,
Yeah.
It's that feeling of just being able to tame something that you didn't think you were able to conquer, like pushing those limits that you thought you had on yourself, past it, and it's just crazy. Like, you just get a smile, you get like a feeling, like it's just like this rush, this all-time high adrenaline. Like,
heck yeah,
it's just amazing. Like,
heck yeah.
To describe it, it's hard to describe, and and when it happens, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's like, okay, I'm doing the right thing with my life, and I know I love what I do.
Heck yeah, man. So I know you have your instructionals and stuff, but just kind of in general, what kind of advice do you give to young riders as far as like how to become a professional in the sport of motocross?
I always like to say, if there's a will, there's a way. Like, I didn't start riding dirt bikes seriously until I was 13. Some people, they start at 3. So, and I started racing at 15. I turned pro at 20. Or I turned pro at 18. I got my pro cards at 20.
Yeah.
That's so unheard of.
Yeah.
So, I like to say, with a lot of hard work and like putting your nose down and really going after what you want, putting everything you have into it, even if it doesn't work out, you put everything you have into it, I'll be okay with that, And I want those kids to chase those dreams because, you only have one life. If there's something that there's an idea that keeps you up, you want to do everything you can while you can. Like I've done 3 days before. I work out too much, but it got me to where I am now.
Absolutely.
And I just want kids to chase that dream, to find it in them of what they really love. And I don't care if that's being the best spelling bee, if that's riding a bicycle, if that's playing golf, like a business, like, dude, chase what you love. Go after it with everything you have. And if it doesn't work out, hey, you gave it your all. You move on to the next thing. And you can, I'll be able to sleep at night on that. And that's what I try to teach my kids. Give me the effort that I would give you.
Yeah.
And show up, be a good person, be a good kid. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Work hard. And when you go home, if you still love doing it, get up in the morning and go after it. Like, that's what I want to teach kids. I want kids to know that, like, anything can happen if you work hard enough.
Absolutely. So there was a question asked, and I'm going to kind of create some parameters for talking about it. But, so, we talked about how it's an individualized sport. And bull riding and rodeo in general, for the longest time, yes, you're working with an animal athlete, but at the same time, like, it's an individual sport. Or it has been.
Yep.
So, PBR teams, do you know a lot about that? Or just, do you at least kind of know the concept?
I know
and the principle of what we're talking
I watched
about?
it. I watched a little bit of it and watched some of the highlights.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
For sure. It's a different thing how, like, the finals are now, like, in May, right?
Yep.
They're in May. They're like,
the
it's like kind of like
finals.
2 half seasons.
Yep.
But it's kind of cool because in the same thing, it's individual, but, like, I think it makes people want to ride more now, because then it's helping others.
Yep.
So, like, they want to ride, so they, the team does good and, like, they win. Sometimes I feel like I wouldn't say that on, like, a bull rider because, like, you got more pressure on you, and I think pressure is a good thing.
Yep.
Because it can make you go up or it can make you go down. But, like, that pressure is what keeps you coming back.
Absolutely.
If you didn't have the butterflies when you got on a bull, you wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Exactly.
If I didn't have the butterflies when I got on my dirt bike and I was about to take off, why in the world would I be doing it?
Exactly.
So I think it's a cool thing. I think it's different, and they're trying to spice it up a little bit, and I love that about this sport. It always goes through changes. You got to keep moving to keep it relevant, and I think honestly in the long run it'd be something great because you can have, so like the older guys, if they want to just do the individual one, they'll be done in May. They can heal up. They can go, they do their thing.
Yep.
Recoup for the next year. Or you got these younger guys who are like, hey, let's all get together. I want to keep riding. I'm trying to make this money, but, like, let's make it together. Let's do good for this team. And, hey, they're going to do it.
So it's interesting. You actually took it exactly where the question goes, and that's why I wanted to kind of frame it in that light. But the question is, how could the sport of motocross be improved? just in your opinion, because again, I think what the PBR did, I think, was to add value to the sport, right? Like I've said this on the podcast before. I had the previous PBR insider Justin Falisco on, and we talked about how I truly feel like the PBR and what they're doing with the teams, like it very well could become a major American sport through
100%.
the teams.
Yeah.
But for motocross, and I'm sure that there's a lot of layers to what can they do to improve. But, just in general, like how can the sport grow?
I don't want to sound bad by saying this, but they could pay us more.
Yeah. Hey, no, dude, that's totally fair to say, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. So, I mean, and it's hard to the rodeo and to make these rodeos. And I live on the road doing it, I'm risking,
just like
just like them, I'm risking my life every weekend when I climb in and go. I would like it if they could support us more. The pay's gotten better this year, but it's like the top guys, which I'm trying to be one of those guys. I want to be one of those guys. It's tough.
Yep.
But they got like if they're on they call it factory teams. Like if they're riding for Cowie, they're riding for Honda, they're riding for Yamaha. They have stuff that I can't even buy.
Yep.
Like parts that I can't get.
Yep.
And then they're getting paid from those manufacturers in like a normal job. Like they're contracted out to do that.
Yep.
Me, I'm trying to find help from here, there, wherever. I'm trying to get down the road. Hey, if I get a hotel room that night, it's perfect. Like if I don't, like, hey, we're in the van. Like if they paid us a little, because I know they make money. I'm not trying to say take it. I mean, there's so much to be made, and the main guys make a lot, and it's like me, like I'm learning how to make it now from outside sources, but
absolutely,
you don't make enough to make a living just racing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I teach, and that's why I go and race these money races. Like I can go to a local race sometimes and I put $5,000 purse on the line. I walk out of there with way more money than I did if I go and do the one on TV. And it's a lot less stressful. I don't got to qualify and worry about the qualifying times. I don't got to pay like so much money to enter. Like I don't got to drive 18 hours to get to these, you know what I'm saying? So to make it better off the rip would be if they would to allow what we call us privateers. Like the guys that are underneath the main guys. They helped us more, and they put a little bit more of the spotlight on us, because I think you need to spread it. What they do with the bull riding now when they're doing the teams, it's cool because it's not just the main dude. It's all of them. So if they would in a little bit, I mean, that's going to take time, and that's going to be a lot to do, you know? So just get to remember the small guy, because there's 20 factory riders, right? In both classes, and there's 22 spots for the main event. So how are you supposed to compete with something you can't touch? Like I'm bringing a knife to the gunfight. But I'm still right there on the cusp of it. So that's why I'm like, hey, this is why I want these kids to chase their dreams. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm right there. Like you're right there. Keep chasing it, because you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. No.
So that would help. For sure, for be the starters, and then just to make it better, it was just try to get it a little bit more mainstream too. Like I love what I do, and I think if people went and seen it more, it'd be more like the rodeo too. I'm not saying it'd be as big, but it would be super cool to mainstream dirt bike racing and put it as in like, it would be right up there with football, rodeo, and everything. I think we're getting there. But like, I think that would be awesome, because I think if someone actually came, have never seen a dirt bike rider, and came and saw me hit the 75-foot triple and smelt the race gas and really got to walk the track and see how big these whoops were and these jumps. You would be like, holy crap. Like, what is good? These guys are athletes. And it's just like if you're like, man, I don't want to see someone try to ride a bull for 8 seconds. But then you go and watch it and you're like, okay, that 8 seconds seems like a minute. There's no, I mean, that 1, 2, 3, and that thing's like you're doing 5 jumps in a second on that darn bull. 2,000-pound animal, and then like Lane and them, they don't wear nothing, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were nuts. There's no helmets. There's no way I want to ride my dirt bike without a helmet. They're getting on an animal that you can't control. So it's like, that would help make the sport better. I think it would make it go around more.
Absolutely. And I think, I mean, that's actually beautiful, because your response actually plays to a lot of rodeo stuff as well. I mean, a lot of the points you make, the pay, the schedule, the travel, the this, the that, right? The levels of like only so many people can make certain rodeos, right? So
It's tough.
That's such a great point.
And you're ranked right now, right off NFR and stuff, how much money you make.
Exactly.
Right? And then you got to go.
But you can't get into bigger rodeos sometimes if you're young.
You're a young kid trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like me, I'm trying to get to these races, but I'm spending the money. Like these guys are flying in, I'm driving. And then like you're like, okay, cool. At the end of the night, after you make the money, you're like, okay, cool. I made enough to cover everything.
Yeah.
So how in the heck am I gonna make it next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Like, I race Supercross because there's more money in that. But
Absolutely.
I'm a better Supercross rider, I feel like, more than the outdoors.
Yep.
The outdoors, I can do still, too. Like, I go and race them during the summer. They're awesome. Top 40 in the world go to those ones.
Yep.
But you literally make $500.
Yeah.
You make $250 to make the show. You don't make the show, you don't make nothing. So that's how bull riding is, too.
Yeah.
But you make $250 first moto, $250 second moto. Okay, that's $500.
Yep.
They pay you 2 weeks later. I'm not trying to dog my sport. I'm just telling you how it is.
Yeah.
Pay you 2 weeks later. It's $300 to enter.
Yeah.
My race gas is $200.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm even.
So you're even at that point.
Drive
Yeah,
is the closest one I went to. Okay,
Yep.
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you got contingency from your bike brand, that comes in on a card, but you can only get it from like a motorcycle shop, like more parts. Like, okay, that's cool, that helps, but like that doesn't come in either.
Yeah.
How in the hell do you expect me to be at these races?
Yeah.
Like at first I wanted to do all of them, I was gonna do it, and then you start like you get up, your parents look at you and like, hey dude, like where's the money coming? Like where is it? We don't have it. And you're like, what? Like so you kind of learn like, okay, like if they was to pay us a little bit more, it'd make everything go around. Money makes the world go around. So more money on the line. I mean, because then you'll get these pro-am races that pay $20,000-$25,000.
Yeah.
What are you talking? I don't gotta qualify for it. I can automatically race and I'm in it. And like, like, okay, cool. 10-hour drive don't mean nothing when I can make 5. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
More green, more dinero, you know what I'm saying? So that would just help. But
no,
I love the sport.
Absolutely, dude.
It's tough. I mean, it's just like bull riding too, man. It's the same thing.
Heck yeah.
You're riding, you're making money. You're not riding, but it's hard to ride, dude. Like it's hard to be there every weekend. So
absolutely,
it is what it is,
Heck yeah. No, that was great, man. That was great. I figured that question would unfold into a lot of layers, but man, I really have enjoyed this so much. We'll have to do this again sometime soon because I know you're about to have to sign autographs and stuff. So, Lane, is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans or just fans of motocross in general?
I'd just like to say it's a pleasure to be on this podcast, be talking, on this podcast with you. Dirt bikes are awesome. Cowboys and bull riding and all this, and rodeo is awesome too. I think I love both of them. I love both the sports, and I think it's cool to have that community and to be a part of both. I just love life, man, and I want to do the best I can with whatever I'm doing in this life, and I appreciate you giving me a time to talk about it.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate you being on, and again, thank you all for listening, and thank you to the Lane Frost brand for sponsoring these podcasts while we're here at Rodeo Houston, and for giving us a location and a spot to throw down and do this.
Yeah, thanks, Stetson. I appreciate you, my man.
Heck yeah. Make sure and go to lanefrost.com for merch and all things Lane Frost, along with all of their socials across major platforms. By the way, Lane, if you would, what are your social handles and where can people follow along with what you got going on?
So, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is LaneShaw86. If you go on the Lane Frost Instagram and their page, they've been posting me up a little bit. I'll be on there. I'll be the only one on 2 wheels on a dirt bike, so I'll stand out like a sore thumb. And then Facebook's just Lane Shaw. I got a TikTok too. It's just Lane Shaw, Lane_Shaw. I'm on all of them. Be running them down, having fun, and just enjoying life. So thank you,
very cool,
my guy, to let me come on, and then thanks Stetson for letting us make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And if y'all would follow along with us on social media as well, at Tough Draw and at Tough Draw Talks, for more episodes of our podcast as we continue to bring y'all closer to the rodeo community in the dirt, whether it be a rodeo arena or a motocross arena. Until next time, everyone, enjoy the ride.